Grandparents. Grandparents, they are good for a lot of things. They tend to let you get away with the things your parents won't, and they have packs of Werther's candy stashed in convenient locations for you to dine upon at your leisure. And they tell kick-ass war stories. So I want you to imagine yourself years from now having yourself become the grandparent, if you're not already, and sitting down with little Billy or Sally to tell them about how you lived through the great battle of Twitter. Yes, not merely one of the many battles of Twitter, but the battle, the one for the ages, the kind of thing epic movie trilogies are made about. I speak, of course, of the reinstating of Donald Trump to his former toilet-mounted rhetorical glory and the absolute entropic hellscape into which Twitter immediately devolved. I mean, let's be honest, Twitter was already the crushed and aromatic dog turd on the bottom of your shoe, which you only noticed at precisely the moment you stepped on your freshly cleaned carpet. So that's saying quite a lot. Recently, Elon Musk, the new sheriff in Twitter Town, ran a poll on the platform to see if people thought he should or should not bring back the big bad orange man. And at the end of the poll, bringing him back won by a narrow margin. And a lot of people participated in this poll, over 15 million in the allotted 24-hour period. God, we're so stupid. So obviously there are a lot of divided feelings. And when I say feelings, I mean feelings, folks, feelings, especially among those who hate the man with the fury of 1,000 burning suns. Let me read you just a few of the angry tweets. Here we go. David Levitt says, how many Americans will die because Elon Musk brought at real Donald Trump back onto Twitter? He's back, and every American who dies because of real Donald Trump being back on Twitter is Elon Musk's fault. Tell us how you really feel, David. Mia Farrow, yeah, that one, said, get blood pressure pills. And my personal favorite, former Clinton Secretary of Labor, Robert Reich, who cautions, memo to Elon, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom to incite an insurrection. Now, Trump has responded to this whole debacle with just a couple of times he's responded and said that he doesn't really have any plans to go back to Twitter. He's on Truth Social, which he owns and seems to be content with that, at least for now. I've got a feeling that once the bloodlust gets back in him, Twitter will just be too difficult a drug not to relapse into, but we'll see. Meanwhile, you got everybody and their dog on the left standing on top of a chair with a rope around their neck saying, I'm going to do it this time. I'm really leaving Twitter for real, guys. I super duper mean business. Hey, why aren't you watching me leave Twitter? Guess I'll stay on for a few more days so the maximum number of people know I'm leaving for good. Folks, Twitter is a joke, and that's just the platform. Half the people who are on it, if not significantly more, are jokes too. We've talked on this show a million times about whether or not Donald Trump was inciting violence on January 6th, and I think the fairly obvious conclusion is that he was not. It doesn't mean he handled everything correctly, but inciting an insurrection is a pretty damn serious thing to point at a person. That being said, even if he had incited January 6th, it's pretty inconsistent to expect him to be kicked off forever when people like the Iranian Ayatollah are still platformed. Ultimately, Twitter is Musk's company, and he can do whatever the hell he wants. And if you don't like it, you can always get off Twitter, or, for reals, or you could just unfollow someone who makes your blood boil. That'd be a pretty simple solution as well. And hey, if you're one of these celebrity or news media types who are making this whole thing about you, I have bad news. It ain't about you. Here's a tweet at me that just happened. It says, come on, Twitter. I hate Twitter. Hey, Chad, why did Donald Trump steal classified nuclear documents from the White House?
Oh, my gosh.
Why are you supporting Herschel Walker for Senate when you're a giant racist who thinks abortion is murder?
What?
Why do you enjoy...
What does abortion have to do with...
We don't know. Why do you enjoy being terrible more than you love America?